Hello, everybody. How are you doing? My name is Danny, and I'm the head of business development at Elrond. I was not supposed to be your MC today, but I'm afraid you're stuck with me. A few days ago, someone asked me, "So, Danny, tell me, what's the secret? How did you guys make it? What was the secret sauce?" And then I had to think for a second, And I thought, And then I realized that if you're going to be a hardcore builder, then there's one element that you need to embrace properly, and that is pain. Right? And I remember quite vividly one memory from our journey when in one morning, in our morning sessions, Benjamin came to myself and to Dan Voiku, the head of communication and marketing, and he came to us one morning and he said, guys, listen to me. I have a crazy idea. And that was the moment when we knew we had to sit down. Because every time Benjamin comes and tells you he has a crazy idea, you better sit down. Because you never know what's going to come out. And somebody's got to do all that. Right? And he said, guys, hear me out. We're going to start a new campaign. It's going to be amazing. We're going to start 100 days of hyper growth. 100 days of partnerships, collaborations, announcements, integrations, and in our heads we were going like, oh my God. And then I thought, anyway, it's a crazy idea, but you know what? It sounds good. So in my head I was going like, okay, we have 1 month, 2 months, we're going to prepare everything, and then it goes, and we're starting tomorrow. Right? Now, that proved to be a huge success story. And it was a time when the whole space were discussing about this hardcore team that they announce a collaboration every day, right? Even though that meant, having calls with all these people, closing them, putting together press releases, blogs, and all that every day. And of course, we had some things planned, but not for 100 days. So that really means that if you want to be a hardcore builder, you need to embrace pain. You need to make it your natural day-to-day business. Find joy in it. That sounds really weird, but that's the hard reality if you're going to achieve something, right? So today we are talking about community, our amazing community. Today we're talking about the builders, the people who embrace pain, and at the end of the day, they come up with beautiful products that we all enjoy. Without further ado, thank you. And without further ado, guys, I want to introduce you to a builder, a person who has helped create the largest NFT marketplace on Multiverse X. Mihai.
Hello. How is it going, guys? Final day, right? I feel that everybody that is here today or watching online really wants to be part of this. Because there are so many things working against you. It is the final day. It is right before lunch. So thank you all for participating, and I promise I'll make your time worthwhile. Before I dive into this presentation, I have a small disclaimer, which I didn't have before Paris. Some of the names that you'll hear will be the old ones, like the one you see here, Elrond. Now it's Multiverse X. You'll hear Maya, which will be the X portal now. There will be other two names, which I don't want to spoil, so please bear with me. So today's talk is about Elrond NFT's expansion. My name is Mihai. I'm a cloud developer for SoXNO, the leading marketplace on Elrond. So let's start with this. By a raise of hands, who here has used Elrond for NFTs before? Oh, quite a big crowd. Very nice, very nice. And by any chance, did you use SoXNO before? Woohoo! Very cool, very cool. Okay, yeah, that looks very good. So, click. Okay, for those who don't know us, SoXNO is a business of two core parts. We have a launchpad with more than 800 creators that focuses on minting NFTs, meaning like the first issuance, like the first time the NFT goes from the creator to the initial holder. And we also have a secondary marketplace with more than 2,000 active collections that can be explored and traded. We started right before the end of 2021. It was the very beginning for NFTs on Elrond, and I remember it clear now. People on Telegram and Discord groups were yelling, all in caps, things like, "My niece can draw that," or "It's just a JPEG." That's like people in the Louvre saying about the Mona Lisa, "It's just a wall decoration." Of course, some of them failed to look beyond and see the value, but others, most like you here today, were eager and excited to explore this new thing as digital art collectors, as builders, as traders. But since then, almost a year has passed, and boy, what a journey it was. Click. Okay. So the green here on the graph represents our volume over the past 6 months, and the other column is the volume for the other marketplaces. You can see that we have almost 80% of the volumes traded on chain. Okay. So here on the other graph, we also act as an aggregator for the other marketplaces. What does that mean? Is people can list NFTs on any marketplace, and it will show on our platform as well. And they can buy it from here. They don't need to jump around platforms. This data from here, the green color, represents the volume that we did serve for other marketplaces. And it's about 50% of their daily volume for the last month. So if we would add this to the previous graph, so if we would add this to the previous graph, that means SoXNO handles easily